everyone, I'm AJ.
Hey AJ, hello.
I think I should talk about the gig before we go back to that little video. I would like to apologize for my voice before we start. It is very random for now. I was sick before the gig and screaming at the gig didn't help, so yeah. So you'll have to endure my voice. I'm terribly sorry. On Friday, I went to see Kai perform on Viking Grace. It was my first time going to a boat gig. I was supposed to go on Birka Gotland in March, but because my passport did not arrive in time, I had to skip it. Being on this boat was sort of like a revenge towards the French administrations that promised me I would have the passport in time before booking everything. I'm just telling you this so you know how much being on that boat meant to me. And also to explain what I meant on my passport every chance I can. Have you seen how beautiful it is? It's beautiful, isn't it? So I went to the gig with Nana, who you may know if you watch my videos and or my lives. I won't be talking about what we did when we were in Sweden. I'm going to focus on the gig itself because that's where everything happened. So let's get right down to it, shall we? So first things first, where was I standing? That's a good question. I'll show you a picture so that you can visualize where I was. So, the gig is starting. First song to play is Kom till byen. I like this song as an intro. Like they each have their verse and their chorus. I like it. It's just a good song to start with. I was so happy to be at a boat gig that I was just enjoying every moment. But then, Kevin's chorus starts. First, I would like to apologize to Jakob for what he must have heard in his earpiece. I'm sorry. Now, in my head, at that moment, I was just the lucky fan. I thought he just chose someone randomly and it happened to be me. I'm just lucky fan. I like that. I felt my legs giving out. They were just shaking, but the gig had just started. There's no way I'm giving up now. Anyway, the show must go on. And it does. Kararjarbet plays next. And apart from Axel leaning right in front of me, nothing really particular happened. Then dance golf. Oh my god, dance golf. Nothing special happened during that song. I mean, it was a good performance. It always is, right? But it's not relevant to the topic of this video. You know, it was just a regular dance golf performance. Then comes Vems Pojke. Before I talk about what happened, I think it's such a great song for a gig. You just go left, right, and just enjoy the vibes. But the important part is during the last chorus. Now at this point, he has acknowledged me twice in 4 songs. What you can't see in the video, and I haven't found another angle to show it to you, unfortunately, is that I'm just behind the camera, like, just pointing back. Because 2 can play this game, my man. Hey, you point at me, I point at you. I wish I had found another point of view where you can see both him and me. But if you do find one where there's just the both of us just pointing at each other, I would be happy to see that. Also, Jakob, why point towards me when the lyrics you're singing are "she's fine with it"? What's that supposed to mean? Huh? I'm joking, point at me whenever you want. I felt really special. Remember, in my head, I'm still the lucky fan. I was thinking, why me? I mean, there were many fans around me that would have loved to be pointed at. Nana being one of them, right? The strawberry lady. She would have loved to be pointed at. But no, you chose to interact with me twice. At this point, I had not realized what was going on, and I'll explain it to you very shortly, I promise. Now, the show continues. A bunch of songs are played. Nothing really special happened. Just a regular Kai performance. I'll give you a little medley of those just for fun.
Det bästa som finns om man kommer hem. En vibe har lagat man till något ej. Men så var man lite sen så man i längigt varna med. Hennes röst. Pojkar ifrån byn har stigit upp till skyn. Har pengar i madrass. Är karl av min plats.
Now I wanted to stop on this next song for a second. That song is Fjärmans man. I may be reading a little too much into that interaction, but you'll tell me what you think. Now, because of how the gig started, I started questioning myself whether it was about me or not. Now, you can choose. I choose to believe it is. Then I want to take another quick break on Taco Hey because they brought the melodica. For a very long time we didn't see the melodica, and now they're bringing it back, and I'm here for it. Now, back during KAJ on Ice, I was telling everyone Kevin waved at me, and he did.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts to you who traveled so far.
I told that anecdote every chance I had, but now I have better. I get stuck on this video at random times during the day since the gig ended. Can you blame me? I don't think so. Now, after this madness, they took a little break before YOLO to talk to the audience. Now, thinking back, that was the beginning of the end, both for the show and me. Something you need to know about that part of the story is that I was dressed as Fabbo. Keep that in mind, we will come back to that in a second. Now, I can't seem to remember if there were any international fans that night.
I just have to ask, do you have any international guests here tonight? Hey, there we are. Hey, hello.
It is at this point the pieces started falling into place. All of the previous interactions were not random. I wasn't just the lucky fan. That man recognized me. He's just a fan. I didn't record that because I was resting my arm. It was killing me. And I regret it so much. I regret not filming that part. But I knew with all the people around there would have been at least one person that got it. So we're good. I got a shout out. He said hello to everyone and then to me specifically. My legs started shaking again. Then, unlike me, he quickly moved on to introduce YOLO.
And now we're gonna play one, the biggest hit we had before Bara Bara Bastu. And this song is really big in Pensala. This one goes out to all the Fabbos out there.
Now, I thought that we're going to stop there. I thought.
Yes, especially those in Leda West.
A second shout out in less than 2 minutes. I was very happy about that. I didn't even know how to react. I just screamed.
Especially those in Leda West.
Then YOLO starts playing. I'm excited. All goes well. Stick to the plan. Fine. And maybe just a small look for good measure. The last two songs were Karaoke and Bara Bara Bastu. And before I show you what happened in those, I would just like to say that I find it funny that Kevin keeps the leather vest for karaoke. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Now, at this point, I was not the lucky fan anymore. I was AJ. Jakob's bestie, as some people called me afterwards. Now, I knew he knew who I was, which made the next interactions even more special. I'll just put them back to back. Now, I took the opportunity to give my fan, one of Nana's knitted strawberry keyrings, which he took and then put in his pocket afterwards. Nana was ecstatic about that. Anyway, now I may be reading a little too much into this again, but his little reaction before taking the strawberry makes me believe that he did not come towards me for the strawberry, but just for the fun of it. You can tell me what you think, but again, I choose to believe. After Bara Bara Bastu, just before leaving the stage, they gave some high fives, and I got all three of them. Now, after that, I was just very overwhelmed by what had happened, and I was told to be justified. A bunch of people came to me asking if I was AJ, and asking if I was okay, and how did it feel. So I am AJ, I was ecstatic, and it felt amazing. A lot of people also told me that I was the first to be acknowledged and called out by name. If that is true, I'm very happy about that, and I will brag about it until the day I die. I was taken care of afterwards by Nana and two other lovely ladies, Sarah and Michelle. I don't have much memory of what happened. I just remember like some parts of it, like very little moments, and some feelings as well, but most of what happened, I don't really remember it. I had to be told what happened after the gig by the girls. What I do remember is that I walked around the 10th floor quite a lot. I had so much energy to get out. I got nicknamed Happy Frenchman by some people and Jacob's bestie by some other. I may be a little over my head, but I was sort of a celebrity after the show. So to sum up, Jacob's a fan. It was a really good gig. There was a lot of energy coming from the boys and from the audience. And I do recommend going to a boat gig because they're the best. Also, have you seen my passport? I have never loved my passport more than I did after the show. The next gig for me is Kai Hem. Although I'm trying to figure out a way to go to one before that. You know, just why not? But nothing is set. I'm still working things out. You can follow me on TikTok, which is where I'm most active at the moment. I also do quacking sessions, which are TikTok lives, every other Tuesday. It's just live where we just chill and talk about Kai. And complain, because I am French after all. I would also like to take a little moment to say thank you to Nana, Sarah and Michelle, who made this trip amazing as well. And not to forget, thank you to Kai for making all of our lives better. So to everyone in here and out there, this was lovely. Have a nice evening.